Alright, let's skip the intro this time, it's way too long.
Number 21.
You know Grand Theft Auto?
You stupid ass motherfucker.
Well, in the game San Andreas, you can fly up to the top of the Golden Gate Bridge and you will find an Easter egg. But damn, is it cheesy. There are no Easter eggs up here. Go away. That's it? That is it? You serious? That's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. You know what? I just feel like dressing up like a panda and start smashing someone's office open. It's pointless. It's useless. Yeah, that was just a joke, Rage. And once you're done, you can just jump off and parachute. Yay!
Take my love and take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me.
Number 22.
The Sonic the Hedgehog series has always been pretty good, but it's also had its downfalls. Sonic R and Sonic 2006, not even worth mentioning. Shouldn't even exist. Okay, they aren't that bad, but they aren't exactly good games. And remember last time I did a Sonic Easter egg? You guys were scarred for life. But don't worry, the Easter egg isn't even from a Sonic game, but it is Sonic related. Apparently when the Sonic series went downhill, Nintendo was aware of this. So guess who made an appearance in Diddy Kong's Quest? Tell you what, it definitely wasn't Sonic. I know, so exciting, right? At the end of the game, Cranky Kong ranks you on how much DK coins you collected. He ranks you with Mario and Yoshi, and we all know how awesome they both are. Oh! But wait. What's this? What is this? It's a trash can with a sign saying "No Hopers" with a pair of running shoes and a ray gun. Not like you don't know who those belong to. Nah.
Number 23.
Wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Half-Life 2 is an epic game. Well, that's kinda obvious because it was made by, you know, the best video game company ever. Throughout the game, you shoot down millions of zombies. And as if the screams weren't unsettling enough, here's how to make them even more unsettling. You put them in reverse. No. You put me server net. Yep, that's it. That's good. Goodbye. You know what? Goodbye. But there are actually other voices that if you actually slow them down, you can reveal a hidden message. Who needs sleep anyways?
Number 24.
Perfect Dark is a pretty good first-person shooter for the N64. It's not as good as GoldenEye, but it's pretty good. But did you know that Rareware decided to put some Easter egg inside? Just for no reason at all. Just to stress everyone out a bit. And by stress I mean everyone was so distraught about finding this Easter egg and why it's there that it actually frustrated a few people. But back to the Easter egg. Hidden around the levels are several wedges of cheese. Nope, not tacos, not burritos, cheese.
Cheese for everyone!
These things are everywhere. They're very well hidden, but they're everywhere. It may seem like something that would become a big conspiracy, but disappointingly, it didn't. But it just shows how Rareware can take the most random of Easter eggs and put it into a really serious game.
Number 25.
Do you remember Doom 2? Because I do. And the Easter egg in this game is actually at the final boss. When you walk into the arena, you will walk through a door, and you will hear a strange muffled voice that seems to be in reverse.
Night
So you know what the hell we're gonna do? Put it in reverse.
To win the game, you must kill me, John.
Thing is, the final boss isn't actually the final boss. The final boss is actually behind the final boss. So by using a cheat that allowed you to walk through walls, you could find the impaled head of John Romero on a stick. And yes, he is the final boss, so you have to shoot him a couple of times to win the game. This is one of the most well-known Doom Easter eggs of all time. When you have something like that in a game like this, you just can't miss it.
Number 26.
Computer-aided enrichment center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from
The first set of beeps can be translated to interior transmission active, external data line active, message digest active. The second group of beeps can be translated to system data dump active, user backup active, password backup active. And the final group of beeps, which is the most interesting by far, can translate to beep 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 beep. The thing is, if you translate those beeps that were just translated, you will come up with the message LOL. And I'm not joking. One of the more underrated objects in the beginning of the game hides one of the most weirdest Easter eggs of all time.
Number 27.
Guess which game series this next Easter egg is from? The Call of Duty series.
Oh no!
And it's from one of the newer games in the series, Black Ops 2.
We are not amused!
Okay, so maybe the Call of Duty series isn't the first place I'd look for Easter eggs, but there's one here I just had to include because of its worthiness, and that's in the Nuketown map. So placed around the map are different mannequins. If you decide to shoot the heads off these mannequins, in less than 2 minutes, the TV screen on the map will activate and you will be able to play Atari games. Now, I'm not an Atari person, but I know that a lot of these games are classic ones, like Super Pitfall 2. I just find it interesting that Infinity Ward decided to put Atari in one of their games. It's a nice touch to a series that I'm not exactly into.
Number 28.
Mirror's Edge is a sadly underrated game. Just like games like Mad World, many people haven't heard of it before, even though it is a quality game. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, the Easter egg I'm going to talk about is in Chapter 8 of this game. Now in that chapter, you are led to a big building where you need to use a gun to shoot down one of the trucks. When one of the trucks come along the road, you shoot it, causing a massive traffic crash thing. However, if you use the gun to shoot one of the lights up above, nothing else to say.
Number 29.
Once again, it's another Legend of Zelda Easter egg. Now, the Legend of Zelda has quite a lot of Easter eggs, but this one is one of the more phenomenal ones. In fact, Nintendo dropped this Easter egg really well. Now, when the trailer for Skyward Sword came out, everyone was pumped. A new Legend of Zelda game for the Wii? That would be epic. But what no one realized was the music. Now, this music in the game is known as the Ballad of the Goddess. When you listen to it, it's pretty cool. But nobody realized the true secrets behind this song. Now, to reveal the true secret behind the song, you must go through one of the most cliched processes to find this Easter egg. You put it in reverse. Oh yes, that is in fact Zelda's Lullaby from the original Ocarina of Time. Now I'm pretty sure Nintendo didn't want this song to get lost, so they added this little Easter egg to keep it alive, and I have to admit, it was one of the most clever uses of a cliched process. Well played, Nintendo, well played.
Number 30.
Now to finish off this massive list, I think I should finish with one massive Easter egg. One that changed the course of video gaming forever. Well, it's from the Banjo-Kazooie series. Now for a lot of people who have played Banjo-Kazooie, and if you haven't, why haven't you? They will most likely have beaten the game. And when they have beaten the game, they get greeted with an ending. Now this ending consists of Mumbo showing 3 pictures, or videos. These videos show Banjo and Kazooie getting 3 items. The first item is an egg, which is apparently in an island submerged underwater in Treasure Trove Cove. However, in the video shown, the island isn't submerged and can be entered. The second item is a key. This key is found behind an ice wall in Woz's Cave in Freezeezy Peak. However, in the video that Mumbo shows you, there is no ice wall, and can also be entered. The third and final item that Mumbo shows you is another egg, which is found in Gobi's Valley, behind a sealed door. However, again, in the video that Mumbo shows you, there is no sealed door. So, how do you get these items? Well, you can't. Mumbo says that you have to wait until the sequel comes out before you can find out how to get them. So when the sequel came out, everyone was excited. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out as we expected. Instead, we got 3 breakable cartridges, each including an item from the previous game. But, well, it was kind of disappointing. You could get them in Banjo-Tooie, but you couldn't really get them in Banjo-Kazooie as promised. This left a lot of questions to be answered. However, these were all answered later on. Apparently in the first game, there were about 6 eggs and an ice key. These were all meant to be used in a system that Rareware called Stop and Swap. Now what was Stop and Swap, you ask? Stop and Swap was a system where in Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie, the player would be asked to switch to a different cartridge in less than 10 seconds. This is known as hot swapping, and would therefore allow the player to find these secrets. Unfortunately, this system was later ditched by Rareware due to the fact that the newer versions of the Nintendo 64 weren't compatible with this. Later, people hacked Banjo-Kazooie only to find out that the eggs and the ice key were actually in the game after all, but they could only be unlocked with super long cheat codes that you needed to enter into the sandcastle at Treasure Trove Cove. Now it was revealed that there were loads more secret items than just 2 eggs and 1 key. Now, many people were trying to come up with their own conspiracy, and probably the best one is by a guy called Thumbs Up Master, who makes a lot of Banjo-Kazooie related videos. In his theory, he states that there are a few collectibles in Banjo-Tooie that may link to Stop and Swap in the original Banjo-Kazooie. These features aren't exactly needed to complete the game, but they're more like unlockables. Now there are 6 unlockables in Banjo-Tooie, and there are 6 eggs in Banjo-Kazooie. What Thumbs Up Master implies is that those 6 unlockables in Banjo-Tooie are the ones that the 6 eggs were supposed to unlock. These 6 special items were homing eggs, Breagle Bash, unlocking Jinjo in multiplayer, Royston's extra air bubbles, and a secret hidden feature called Devil Bottles, which was not included in the game. The 6th unlockable was a hidden feature called Dragon Kazooie, which of course turns Kazooie into a dragon. Now that was a pretty good theory. but nobody actually knows what the real thing was actually meant to be. Now before I get all the questions, let me answer it. If you're wondering how this is an Easter egg and not just a mystery, let me explain. Before Stop and Swap was cancelled, it was meant to be a main part of the game. Now that it's been cancelled, it is now a more secretive part of it, so I guess it counts as an Easter egg if you think about it. And it's a shame that what could have been the greatest gaming thing of all time was cancelled.
Stop and swap? Not that again.
So essentially that is my last Easter egg video for this year. And essentially the end to the 30 Epic Easter Egg series. Chances are I'll be doing more top 10s next year, but probably on a topic other than Easter eggs. And that is all I have to say right now. Thanks for watching, and yeah, goodbye. That's it? That is it? You serious?
La 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 la.